Hello guys, welcome to the Red Gill YouTube channel, and a warm welcome to this guy next to me here, Matt from Bass Lures UK. We are out here today to do a wee bit of fishing, trying to catch one or two fish ideally, but we also want to show you a technique that is very, very useful to keep in your arsenal, and a very popular technique, would you say?
Yeah, it's a very traditional technique.
A very traditional and popular technique, and that technique is, Matt?
Using a Bombarda, especially with a Red Gill attached to it.
Okay, so we're going to be using the Bombarda float setup, trailing Red Gills to see what we can do and to try to catch one or two fish. Matt, why don't you just go a little bit more in depth? Firstly, what is a Bombarda? What is this whole setup, and why would we use it?
It's an old Scandinavian method. They use it for sea trout, but we've brought it to the UK to also use it for predatory fish, sea trout, and predominantly sea bass or bass down here in Cornwall. It's a float and a weight system, and what's good about these Bombardas is they're anti-tangle as well. So sometimes you can get tangled up. People use tubes, etc., but we've built in the whole Bombarda system with the tubes attached to it to make it anti-tangle. The perfect combination of a Bombarda is a nice long trace with a through line through the actual Red Gill onto a small sized hook onto a Red Gill. That's the ultimate effective method that I use in estuary systems and a little bit of surf as well down the beach.
Okay, and so I mean, we're using a weighted float,
Yeah.
and that allows us to use a much lighter and smaller size lure, I guess.
Yeah, it's almost like fly fishing with small lures. So you're effectively introducing a really light, a really small lure, fly or Red Gill, and you're flicking out at really great distances. And covering really shallow ground sometimes, and that's why it's so important sometimes to just nip the end so it literally floats like a fly. And you're able to get like 1, 2, 3 gram lures out at distance for effectiveness.
Yeah, so and effectively those small lures are going to be matching very small bait fish out there.
Yeah, especially in the early season. April, May time, when there's small pin sand deals everywhere. That's the prime time to use the Bombarda system with the Red Gills, but you can use it all year round.
They're always willing to eat a small sand eel.
Absolutely.
What's the chances of us catching one today, do you think? Fishing's fishing.
Yeah.
Not to put him on the spot, like, you don't want to commit to it himself. So great stuff about the Bombarda. I'm going to show you a close-up, and once it's all set up and configured, we're going to just run through that whole rig, and also we're going to go out with Matt while he's doing a few casts just to explain to you how he's actually going to work the Bombarda and how to get it out there effectively, the retrieve that you're going to use to get it in, so just so the good people can see exactly how to use it.
Yeah, sure.
Aside from the Bombarda now, a little bit about yourself, Matt. Why don't you tell the people, I mean, Bass Lures UK, your company.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not only Red Gill you supply, there's a whole range of other lures, and I think we're a little bit flexible enough to accept that there are a hell of a lot of other lures out there that work very well. How did it all come about? You know, is it something that you've always wanted to do, or you aspired to do? Where did it come from?
So it's been a hobby of mine for a while. Initially, I didn't plan to start up a business. All I just wanted to do was just fish for free and sell a few lures and cover my costs. So that was the initial outlay, and I was fed up with losing really expensive lures. So I tried to find somewhere in the middle where they were from cheap to expensive lures, and I tried them myself first before I actually sold them. And it just built from there, sort of thing. So
are you a really hands-on supplier whereby you're getting all of your product and you're testing them, trying them all yourself? Or do you just look and go, oh, that might work, we'll sell that? Are you out here all the time?
Yeah,
Good. That's what I want. You come with the right answer there.
Yeah.
So you're a mad keen angler first and foremost.
Yeah.
Of course, business and money comes into it as well. But being a mad keen angler gives you a good eye for what's going to work, and you're out here actually trying them yourself as well.
Yeah, my dad always said if you can make money on doing something you love, then you've made it in life.
Absolutely,
so
absolutely.
that's it.
Yeah, indeed. Good stuff. Okay, well, without further ado, I guess we should have a closer look at this Bombarda, and also we'll, as I said, we'll go out with Matt first, let him have a few casts, take us through the process and how to fish it, and then we're both going to thrash the water to a foam, and fingers crossed we can catch you guys 1 or 2 fish.
Yeah.
That sound good?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Okay, so this is a typical red gill bass set with a Bombarda. It's attached within a bag, and as you can see, the booms are attached to the actual Bombarda, and you've got a selection of lures. We try to include different colours and different sizes. So you've got 2 90 mils and 2 70 mils. A white, a natural, something a bit brighter just in case it's a bit murky, and a small natural as well. And these will alter, but all you need to do is you need to buy the whole set. As long as you've got some line, you're good to go. Okay, so out the pack then, we've attached the business end, which is a 70 mil a white red gill, onto a long fluorocarbon, potentially about 7 to 9 feet. I like to go a little bit heavier on the fluorocarbon to stop the tangles, and then you come up to, this is a sinking 20 gram Bombarda, and then I've actually got a lure clip on there that I clip it onto, because sometimes if the Bombarda is not working, I can clip on a lure or a soft plastic or a hard lure and switch it out. So that's what I do. I clip it onto a lure clip. So I've got a 3000 size reel here, and it's connected to a 8'6" estuary rod. You can go longer than this. Some people like to go longer than this. I don't think it matters. I just think you need the length you need is in the trace, not on the actual rod itself. Yes, it's a bit more trickier to cast, but anything between 8.5 and 9.5 feet, I think, will be sufficient for Bombarda fishing. Okay, so we're in position now. I like to wade and in a bit of current, so there's some flow coming from right to left here, and I want to be casting up into the flow, so the first thing they see is the tail rather than the float. So that then I'll cast up into some wind and into some flow, and away we go. I'm using a 20 gram sinking Bombarda. The reason for that is I want this red gill to just get to a little bit of depth. You can control the actual sink rate by the speed of the actual retrieve. The faster obviously you go, the higher up it is. So onto the cast. First cast, I like to hold the actual red gill in my hand just to control it. You need to have quite a bit of clear space behind you, so be aware that this red gill could flick back and catch some of this weed. So ideally you need a bit of clearance behind you as well. It's tricky into wind, and ideally the wind needs to be a bit not as strong as today, but will. Some wind is better than no wind, so here we go. Okay, so therefore what I did there was I actually closed my bail arm slightly before it landed to have like a fly effect, like a fly fishing effect. So therefore the red gill is flicked out and released from the Bombarda. So now it'll be flowing at a nice pace back into wind, and just a steady retrieve all the way in. I'm bringing the red gill over a load of bladder rack here, so it's the ideal opportunity for a fish to jump on. take me in the weed. It's not. Right, there we go. And I've gone silver. As soon as I've changed from white to silver, look what's happened. Just in the lip. Lovely job. Here we go. Lovely.
Right, so here we go, folks. I'm out here ready to go now as well. I've followed Matt's advice, rigged it up as we've just been through, straight out of the packet, quite frankly. Yeah, a little small gill on. It's a brilliant idea, concept really, to fish a very small lure and keep everything refined. Gives you a very good opportunity and chance to catch fish that are preoccupied on little sand hills and whatnot. We've got some birds working out in front of us, but they are way too far for us at the mo. Yeah, let's do it. I'll just get my line wet and have a couple of casts first, and we'll just start working it. There we go. So we just cast it out and slowly retrieve. I've got a 10-foot spinning rod, 4,000 size reel, 20-pound braid. Certainly nothing spectacular, and I'm hoping that we can catch 1 or 2 fish. That's coming along towards the surface. I might let that go down a little further, you know. Lovely. Well, this is the second hookup we've had now. We've only been out here for 10 minutes or so, and yeah, fish on. Isn't a huge fish by any means, but it certainly is a fish. Here we go. And this is a perfect illustration of what the Bombarda is all about. It's just a little small, cute little bass. There you have it, with that hook straight in the top lip. Bosh, let's let him go, eh? He's gone. There we go, out we go. This one's going to be... Oh, we're in there, that smashed it. Whoa! Well, that hit hard there, guys.
Now that you're just winding onto them rather than them hitting hard.
Yeah.
You're sort of grabbing it and just running with it. So it's a slow take. bigger. Yep.
Right, I'm giving myself 3 casts and that's it. Literally counting 3 down. Here we go. 3. Yeah, we're on. That's a better one.
Oh, that's a big one. That's a really big fish.
Haha! Looks like a better fish. Lovely.
That's all the tail on that one.
That's hanging down there a bit, folks. I'm just counting down my casts. Yeah, that's a good fish. Got a good fish on here, guys. Whoa! Haha!
Maybe want to walk it back.
I'm going to.
Walk it back, nice and steady.
This one's a decent fish, folks.
Time.
Whoa! Wow, beautiful. We're just trying to get this one into the shallows. It's a good fish, this one, folks. There we go. And how about that, guys? Oh, now that is a beauty. That's a lovely fish to end the day. And there we go, folks. Bombarda rig, eh? How about that to finish the day off? Lovely looking fish, that. Beautiful dark fish and give me a great fight. Excellent stuff. Let's let this go, eh? Beautiful fish. What a lovely fish. Lovely fight and a lovely fish. Just let it up, right? Just gotta let it get yourself back to get his bearings. It'll take a moment. He gave a really long scrap. Gone. Haha! Okay, folks, on that really nice fish at the end, that's going to have to be about that. You've seen that Matt here, the master, has taken us to a really nice spot and also showed us just how to use these bombardas. We've caught between us over 20 fish, haven't we? Easily.
Yeah.
Over 20 fish between us. Topped by that nice one at the end, but actually the size is irrelevant. We've almost gone fish for fish all the way through. It's been a really good fun day, I've got to say. I really enjoyed it. Thanks, Matt. And I'm looking forward to round 2 some stage, eh?
Yeah.
We will do round 2. I'll make sure I get on the phone to him and we'll go and do some open beach bombarda fishing, eh?
Yeah, sounds good.
Sounds good. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it, folks, and I also hope you've seen how effective the Bombarda rig is, and from Red Gill, when you buy them, how easy it is. I mean, they are pre-tied, basically, a selection of 4 different lures as well, so you can pick the size and the colour.
Yeah.
We're fishing a quite heavy wind all day, and Matt was just saying it a short while ago, actually, not one tangle between us.
No,
The whole time here, we've not had one tangle, and that isn't a lie. That is the God's honest truth. We've not had a tangle. So brilliant stuff, brilliant fun. Obviously topped by a really nice fish, but irrelevant of that fish, we've had a good enough time and we've caught enough fish to be very happy. So yeah, thanks a lot for having me along, Matt.
Okay, mate.
See you again next time, guys.